We live in the age of distraction. Never before has it been so easy to lose yourself. Not because the world is louder, but because it's designed to be. Every app, every feed, every notification is a tiny hand reaching for your mind. And without even realizing it, you've started giving your life away, one scroll at a time. It's called the attention economy. But economy doesn't capture how deep it goes. Because what's being traded isn't money, it's your consciousness. Your ability to choose what you think about, what you feel, and what kind of person you're becoming. Every second you give away attention, you're shaping your soul. You become what you look at. And in a world built on manipulation, your attention is no longer yours. Think about it. When was the last time you were truly alone with your thoughts? No phone, no noise, no stimulation. Most people can't even last a few minutes because silence feels like withdrawal. We've become addicted to distraction. The world doesn't need to censor you anymore. They just need to keep you entertained. Because as long as you're distracted, you'll never rebel, never reflect, never grow. That's how power works today. Not through force, but through focus. They don't need to tell you what to think. They just make sure you never think deeply. Every scroll, every click, every notification, it's all data. Data about what catches your eye, what triggers you, what keeps you hooked. Algorithms don't care about your peace, your happiness, or your soul. They care about your time because time equals profit. But here's the dark truth. You can't spend your attention without spending yourself. The more fragmented your focus becomes, the emptier you feel. And when you're empty, you crave more stimulation. That's how the trap works. You think you're in control, but you're reacting. You think you're choosing, but you're being chosen. Look at how you start your day. Before you even open your eyes fully, you reach for your phone, you scroll, you consume. Before your soul even wakes up, you've already given your peace to a screen. By noon, you've already been fed hundreds of micro-emotions, envy, anger, lust, boredom, anxiety, all in 10-second bursts. And then we wonder why we feel spiritually exhausted. It's not weakness, it's design, but let's go deeper. Why do we fall for it? Because attention is not just a habit, it's love. Whatever you give attention to, you love. And what you love shapes you. That's why this isn't just about technology, it's about worship. What are you worshipping? What's the first thing you look at when you wake up, the last thing before you sleep? Your feed has become your altar, and your mind, the offering. True freedom begins with awareness. The moment you realize your mind is being shaped by what you consume, you begin to wake up. The first step is not to delete everything, it's to see clearly. Every time you scroll mindlessly, ask yourself, what is this doing to my soul? Am I becoming wiser, kinder, stronger, or am I just numbing myself again? Attention is sacred. It's the raw material of your life. What you pay attention to, you pay with your existence, and yet we give it away to the cheapest bidder. They sell you dopamine, but they steal your depth. The scariest thing about distraction isn't that it wastes your time, it rewires your identity. You lose your ability to be still, to think deeply, to connect with God, with others, with yourself. Because silence, once the home of wisdom, now feels like boredom. But here's the paradox. The same brain that's been hijacked can be reclaimed. The same focus they use to control you can become your greatest power. When you start choosing where your attention goes, truly choosing, you become unstoppable. Because focus is the foundation of every great act. Prayer, art, love, discipline, virtue, all of them demand attention. And when you give your focus back to what's true, you start to come alive again. You can't serve two masters. You can't seek truth and addiction at the same time. You can't build peace while feeding on chaos. That's why the battle for your attention is the battle for your soul. So how do you win it back? You start small. Silence your phone when you wake up. Take 5 minutes of real quiet every day. Delete one app. Replace 1 hour of scrolling with reading, walking, praying, or thinking. You won't feel different at first, but slowly something changes. You start hearing your own thoughts again. You start noticing things. You start remembering who you are. Because in the end, focus isn't about control, it's about presence. The ability to give yourself fully to what truly matters. And when you give your attention to truth, to love, to God, you find something the digital world can never offer: peace. When the world steals your focus, it steals your meaning. When you take it back, you take back your life because your attention is your soul, and your soul is not for sale.